What's up, guys? I'm back again, Dan 30 at 30 BFF, bringing you guys the news portion of today's episodes. Um, as of right now, I am editing or I'm exporting out the waiver wire stuff that should be posted up on YouTube shortly. Not a whole lot of news today, just some tidbits and shit like that. So we'll get this going and wrapped up. We'll get you guys out of here as soon as we can. First piece of news is Danny Trevathan's ban has been reduced to 1 game per field days via Twitter. I expected this to happen. He's got no prior issues or history with this. It was a bang bang play. We talked about this on the show as well. Um, just it's a sad thing that we saw. It was a terrible hit, and if he could have avoided, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he would have. It was just not the best plays by the ref, letting this game get out of hand the way that it did. Moving on to some Saints news. Saints are sending their right tackle Zach Strafe to IR per affiliates via Twitter. This is another big loss for this offensive line. He's been getting it going lately, especially last week. Uh, this is hurting. This is going to hurt the running back core. They are going to start their first round pick in Ryan Ramczyk from, I believe it was Washington, or not Washington, Wisconsin, where he's from. So that's great. Now that they get their first round guy out there, they're still waiting for their left tackle to get back from injury, but this offensive line has already looked not great, and this just doesn't help the running back core as much. Adrian Peterson's already a shit show. Don't worry about him. Mark Ingram, he could be hurt by this. Just less to work with. You can be seeing more Kamara, but even then, that it hurt him a little bit. So that's for Saints. Moving on to some Packer news is Ty Montogmery seems vague on his Week 5 status. This is per Rob Davinsky via Twitter. It's been confirmed he's had multiple broken ribs. It's suggested that he will play, though if he does play, I believe he'll be on limited work. May not see him run the football at all, maybe get a couple carries. They're going to do everything they can to protect his ribs. The fact that it is against Dallas and it is a fairly important matchup that could have playoff implications. He may try to toughen it out. If I'm Green Bay, though, I would rest him. I think he's far too important for a Week 5 game for him to be in. He is a huge part of this offense. He's looked fantastic before he got hurt. Like I said before, I think he's one of the safest players in fantasy football, and in terms of of actual NFL work, he's very important because of his versatility. If he doesn't go, expect a lot of Aaron Jones because it looks like Jamal Williams probably won't play. Even if Ty goes, I think that Aaron Jones will see at least flex-worthy amount of work against a Dallas defense that is pretty fucking terrible. Next, a couple pieces of news dealing with the Redskins. Rob Kelly's day-to-day, and then Josh Doctson is dealing with the shoulder strain. They're both on bye week. They're both going to take this time to get healthy. Kelly's been the clear-cut number one running back in this offense. P. Ryan really can't get it going, and Chris Thompson is just the pass-catching, change-of-back guy. Josh Jackson's a big one here, though. I really want him to get healthy because he's finally starting to show why he was a first-round pick last year. And with Terrell Pryor having his struggles, Doxson, and not even just Pryor, but with Crowder having his struggles, I think Doxson has a chance, if he hasn't already taken over that number 2 spot, even, I know, with Jordan Reed, but he can't stay healthy at all either. And like we talked about in the show, Doxson is a huge help for Pryor and vice versa, just because it's hard to shift your secondary to one side if both these guys have the ability to take the top off. Next is the Titans signed Josh Whedon. This is just for Marcus Mariota insurance. This was per a few days via Twitter. This is just to back up Matt Castle. Mariota can't go. He is day-to-day right now. Mike Mularkey has already stated that he will be a game-time decision and that he doesn't need to practice to play. So just keep your ears posted, and we'll keep providing you guys with the updates as the weeks go on. So hopefully by Thursday or Friday we'll know more. And then the next Packer piece of news is that Davante Adams could be playing this week. This is per Adam Schefter via Twitter. This is really remarkable considering what the hit actually looked like, but because it was on Thursday night, he had that extra days to recover. He does have a chance to play. but I think a lot like Ty, they may protect him, even though right now he is only going through the concussion protocol. He, just like Adams, is actually really important to this playoff run that they want to be on and push for. So if he does play, he does have the chance for a big game. I still like Geronimo Allison. They could hold out Adams for this week, make sure he's completely ready to go. Um, but like I said, just like with Marcus Mariota, just stay tuned uh, for updates for the next couple of days, and we'll keep you guys posted on that. Next piece of news: Josh Gordon does not apply for reinstatement. Don't fucking care. And the last piece of news, which is probably the most under talked about piece of news because we've talked about it a lot already, is that Zeke's case is expected to be decided soon. The Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans uh, heard their argument on Monday yesterday, and it sounds like they could be doing their ruling this week. Right now, there's an injunction on the NFL which is allowing Zeke to play, and the NFL is looking to reverse that injunction. If that happens, Zeke will start to serve his suspension immediately, which means he won't play this weekend against the Packers, and he won't be back until Week 12, right before playoffs start, right during crunch time. So if you own Zeke, I already mentioned this in the waiver show, you need to get out there and you need to start looking at Alfred Morris, who looks to be the immediate handcuff to Zeke. Even with McFadden there, Morris is look like the better back, though McFadden will still get work. So at least pick up Morris if you can get. If he's gone, then I still advise to pick up McFadden, and then wait to hear out. Hopefully, this is resolved this week, and we'll know more going forward. But the NFL seems just fucking on track to get Zeke on this. There's something that us as just people out there may not know. There's Roger Goodell just being a fucking asshole, as we all have seen before. But this is a lot. This is still becoming more different than Tom Brady's case, as it was just done and figured out, and then that was that. There was no in-season shit going on with Zeke. They're still trying to get this ban placed on him. So as I said before, if you own Zeke, be prepared for him to potentially have to serve those 6-game suspension, and then take those precautions that you'll need to take, and start actually thinking, if he has to serve his suspension, what you'll want to do with Zeke if he's not going to be back till Week 12, because we're in crunch time for this season, and a lot of playoffs start in Week 13 or Week 14, depending on which leagues you're playing on. My dynasty league starts in Week 15, but even then, this is extremely important. If your team's on the fringe, maybe moving Zeke and trying to get more win now players in terms of just the redraft, over the last couple of weeks is important. Again, I'm Dan Theory at Theory BFF. That's all the news we got today. Behind me, sitting down, is Nick Spurs at Nick Spurs with a Z, not an S. The last co-host, Chris Hopper at Hot BFF. Nick will be on tomorrow doing your starts and sits. I'll be back here on Thursday to do more news, and then maybe a segment if there's more shit out there to talk about. Maybe we'll be able to talk more about the Zeke stuff. Friday, Hopper will be on to do DFS stuff. Nick will be back on Saturday to do your ins and outs for injury-wise, and then you'll get Nick plus Chris back on Sunday mornings to do your guys' live stream on YouTube Live for all your questions and shit like that. Thanks for in and out with me here for a little bit. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Peace.